Hello, everyone. Everyone at the door. Good afternoon. I'm Filipe. Both me and Christina are gonna speak about social tokens today. We're both gonna speak 15 minutes each. And I think the first time social tokens entered my life were actually a year ago, exactly a year ago, when my co-founder, Pedro, called me on the phone and we started discussing this idea of investing in talent. And I mean, both of us, me and him, have this, somewhat controversial belief that actually talent is abundant. So we all talk a lot about talent scarcity, and there's a shortage of talent. And I mean, we all struggle with that because we cannot hire. We struggle to hire talented people, but what we believe is that the problem is not about lack of talent, is about lack of visibility and lack of opportunity. So we believe there's a lot of talent out there, but these problems means that there's a lot of potential wasted. And what I will try to explain today or make the case is that social tokens are actually a good tool to help us solve these two problems, visibility and opportunity. So let's go. I have a lot of things to tell you, so I need to speed up. A little bit of context. Like I said, I'm the co-founder of Talent Protocol. Talent Protocol is a Web3 professional network where you can discover high potential talent and you can invest in their careers. And as you can see, there's already 250 people supporting my career that own my token. But you can think of Talent Protocol almost like the Web3 version of LinkedIn, but with this difference where it's a place actually built for builders and not business developers, and a place where you can kind of fully express who you are professionally. And I mean, that's why I'm passionate about it, because my background has been computer science, then I quit that, I went into DJing, then I went to advertising, then into startups, then a sabbatical, then now I'm here, and there's no LinkedIn page that can ever express all of that. But yeah, just going a little bit deeper on the problem we're trying to solve. So why don't we have more visibility and opportunity to talent worldwide? And I think if we look at careers almost as games, it's a very shitty game to play to a lot of people. So for some people, it's kind of a zero-sum game where we're all competing against each other instead of collaborating. For some people, it's a rigged game, actually, because some of us have the cheat codes and some of us have to do a lot more work to win at that game. And I mean, ultimately, it's an unfair game for some people where we kind of value connections and background more than we do merit. And I think we believe that this is why we're missing out on so much talent, and why we believe social tokens can make this game a fair game. And kind of the world that we see, and then I ask you to imagine here, is this world where cooperation and supporting people is actually rewarded. So we're rewarded for supporting new talent, where we're incentivized to go look for talent where no one is looking. So it makes that opportunities are more equally distributed. And also, like a world where when someone succeeds, we actually reward everyone that supported them throughout the way, and it's not just like a winner-takes-all kind of game. So, but how do we reach kind of this ideal place? Of course, like I mentioned, I believe social tokens can help. And just a quick recap on what social tokens are, because I mean, we hear the word tokens, we would probably think of them as any other cryptocurrency or token, but social tokens are much more than just a financial asset. I think we should think of them as a new kind of asset class that captures not only the financial capital, but also social capital, creative capital, and human capital. So social tokens are much more about participation and capturing that value than they are about speculation. And just kind of to clarify a little bit more, these are kind of the common types of social tokens that you can find. You have the community tokens like Bankless, Friends with Benefits, etc. Brand tokens that Christina will focus on later on. creator tokens with kind of famous celebrities, artists. Those ones are from a gaming influencer and from two REC in Portugal the Man, which are musicians, and personal tokens, which it's what I'm going to focus now on how these personal tokens can help talent. And at Talent Protocol, we call them talent tokens. And I'm bringing you 3 ways in which talent tokens can help kind of solve these problems of visibility and opportunity. So they can help with scouting, they can help with kind of early support when these talent need to grow, and also social signaling, which is an important part to it. So let's kind of go into the first one, scouting. Scouting is solving this first problem of visibility. So how can we make this undiscovered talent more visible? And one of our solutions is kind of rewarding the people that do that job. So having this network of people that are incentivized to go find talent. So, and we reward them in 2 ways. So you get a direct reward and direct pay for recommending talented people to the platform. And also, when you do so, you also have the opportunity to be their first supporter, their first investor, and of course, have a chance for a bigger upside in the end. And I mean, just a little thought exercise that I ask you to make is think about one person, or think about the person that you think is the most talented that you know. Think about a friend of yours that is talented. And wouldn't it be interesting if you could earn something just by sharing their talent to the world, just by recommending them to people? And also, wouldn't you probably invest in him if you could? That was one of our first thoughts that drove us to build this. The second way in which talent tokens help with, in this case, bringing more opportunity to talent is, of course, we can find them, we can know who they are, but that doesn't mean they're ready for us to hire them. So how can we give them that early support that they need, kind of that support network they need to succeed? And these are different ways in which we are incentivizing people to support high potential talent. So you can claim daily rewards for staking in them, for buying their tokens. You can unlock exclusive perks, and this is an example of a talent that's offering kind of a consulting call to their token holders. So if you hold a certain amount of tokens, you can claim those benefits. But also, more importantly, it's kind of just this emotional part of being part of someone's journey. So you're now, when you buy a token, you're actually part of their journey, and careers stop becoming a single player game, like I said in the beginning, and start becoming much more multiplayer journey. And of course, the part of kind of benefiting from price appreciation if that talent becomes more successful and there's more demand for it. So this is number 2. And then number 3, which I think is interesting and non-financial as well, is social signaling. So social capital also has value besides the financial capital. So actually being publicly associated with successful people, being publicly seen as the first person that spotted a talent that now is a successful founder. All of this is valuable. It makes for good conversations and dinner parties, and it's social status. And even if the people that you support don't succeed, you can always be seen and recognized as a patron of talent, so something that's supporting young talent and giving them a chance. These are 3 real people, 3 people that I support, that I invested in. And Andy, for example, wants to be the first female president of Cyprus. She just sent me like her quarterly report on her career, what goals she achieved, what challenges she had for the next quarter. Super interesting. Abel is a climate activist from the Amazon rainforest and also an entrepreneur in EdTech. And I did some calls with him about sustainability and climate, because I don't know that much about. And finally, Sonjide, she was born in Bangladesh. She's now in Europe. She's a product manager, and she provides their supporters help with product management. And she did give interesting tips and feedback for Talent Protocol already. And I mean, all of this might seem like a bit dystopian and a bit crazy, but I mean, it's already happening, as you see. We launched on Celo in November last year, and we're still in kind of invite-only mode. But if you want to join, just scan that QR code, and you'll be able to join, launch your token, support people, try the platform. As of now, more than 1,000 people already invested, so 1,000 of the users are active users, actively buying tokens and supporting. More than 200 talent that already launched their token, and in a total of almost 500,000 CUSD that was invested in all these specific people in the platform. If you didn't scan the QR code, ask me for an invite later. You want to do it again? No. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4. Yeah, thank you. So to try to bring this to a close, I know that this is a lot and I only have 15 minutes, but what did we learn so far about social tokens and about implementing and using social tokens to help? So we learned that participation is much more important than speculation. That's why we haven't introduced the speculative aspect yet. And because we believe, and I think Christina will mention the same, that to bring a mainstream audience to Web3, we'll do it by, people will come by earning crypto, not by buying crypto. So it's much more, how can we create ways for people to start earning crypto that they can then reinvest in talented people, and then when they get comfortable, they can put their own money into it and not kind of ask for a lot of money straight away. Number 2 is, of course, trying to not going too deep into financial incentives straight away. So try to make something that it's useful, that it's fun to use, and try to find some intrinsic motivation for the platform before you start doing airdrops or paying people to come. That was an important learning. The third one is, we talk a lot about Web 3 versus Web 2, and we believe that is by bringing the best of both worlds that it can actually build a good product. And in this case, there's a lot of social interactions, a lot of information about your career that doesn't mean and even shouldn't be on-chain. So kind of this balance of what's the blockchain good for and what does Web 2 solutions are better for, it's also very important. So this is kind of what we learned. And this is 3 challenges that we still see ahead of us and for social tokens. Of course, the first is how can we abstract all of this complexity, the technical one and even the financial, economical one, and make it really easy for people to understand what they are doing, how they can, what everything means, and make it easy. And of course, great UX and great education is important here. The second point is about how do we, because we need to build trust. If you're supporting someone that you never met, you need to trust them that they are who they really say they are, and that what they claim to have done in the past, their credentials should also be verifiable, and that's a challenge to solve together as well. And the third is, of course, the dark side of the speculative aspects of markets and bringing kind of this market thinking to people. Of course, can have its downsides. And if you're interested about both the learnings or the challenges and to go deeper on them, just reach out to me afterwards. Finally, I think this is one of our biggest mantras at Talent Protocol, that success is collective. And we do believe that all our individual and collaborative success has many moving parts, and it's work of a lot of people. But currently, the economic value of success is only being captured by a few and not by everyone that helps. And hopefully, social tokens can help better distribute that, the gains and the profits of that success throughout everyone. I think one good example here is that we've all heard about the 1,000 true fans post that Kevin Kelly did ages ago. Recently, I think Legend argued that with tokens, you can actually just need 100 really true fans. And what we argue back is that even 10 very committed supporters to your career can make a life-changing difference to a lot of people in the world. So even if there's just 10 people supporting you, that might be either with mentorship, with funds, with referrals, that can still be life-changing. And speaking of collective success, I would also like to thank, of course, Celo Camp and Flory for helping us get to where we are today. And I think to close, and also about speaking collective success, I just want to give a quick mention that we launched a new initiative called the Talent House, partnering with a lot of other Celo projects that brought kind of this first line here of new talent to their first Web3 conference. So a round of applause for them, the Talent House crew. I mean, come here on stage and take a photo. Show yourself to everyone. And then, come on. Let's do memory. So in 10 years, you're going to look at this photo and see, oh, that's the founder of that, and that's the... Come here on stage and let's take a quick photo. And then Christina will come and talk about social tokens from a community and brand perspective. Here are the future talent from the Celo ecosystem, the Talent House crew.